and other families and not yours. Good rising, family. Good rising. Black Feniks checking in. This morning I'm inside of the HogOn University, and I just wanted to spend just a brief moment with you this morning to talk about that. Just wanted to put something on your mind. Every year they come out with different brands. They come out with different business models to help promote the brand that kind of had died down after about a few years. And they'll do something to promote the brand to actually come back up again, like the throwbacks. Sometimes we'll see a brand, man, we ain't seen, I remember that when I was a kid. Then we run out and go buy it for our kids, and we thinking, well, I want to give them what I wanted when I was young and I didn't get a chance to get. And there's nothing wrong with that, but a lot of times we are supporting a lot of different people brands but ours. If you have some type of independent brand you're trying to build, start investing in yours. Because one thing I have learned, if we keep investing in other people's, we're not going to have no infrastructure for ourselves, not especially for our own. So if you're trying to build something in a community, but you're investing in all the communities around you, I don't really think you're going to do good. It's just ironic how it takes another culture to come in to sell us things that we'll instantly start spending our money on, investing our money in, saying, oh man, this is the next best thing. But we neglect our family. We'll put clothes on them. We'll get them brands, growing up. And it's so crazy that some mothers would dress, and fathers would dress the kids better than they'll dress themselves once they're grown. Like I done seen kids that was young when I was going to school who parents took care of them, and they get grown and they walk around like bums. And I'm thinking like, boy, they mama would waste a whole lot of money on them because they wanted this image and they want their babies to look a certain way, and then they grew up and they didn't care. They didn't want none of that. They would rather, run around, look crazy all the time. You know what I mean? So a lot of times we tend to invest in our kids the wrong way. So I want to give everybody a heads up. Someone asked me about what's the best investment to make to help your family, to help build some generational wealth. And I'm going to be honest with you, family. One of the best investments you can make for your family is life insurance. Do you hear me? You can even invest your money in life insurance to help you avoid taxes and be able to have a higher increase for what you put in. Now, that's just something, man, that has been going on for centuries in America. Since America been established anyway for years, I ain't gonna say a century, but for years in America, life insurance has been the main thing. And I really feel that we need to tap into some generational wealth. We need to start having insurance on ourselves, on all of our kids, those in our circles. We need to invest in life insurance. We need to understand the concept of investing in our own products. And, sometimes, see, that's one thing about business. Business is not promised, family. And the banks know that. So when you're trying to go and start a business by getting a big loan from the bank, majority of the time they're going to have you go through a whole lot, or they're going to just deny you. Now, if you're serious about your business, then you're going to have to make a sacrifice. You got some money to put up. You're going to have to take a risk. Business is a risk. But before you take a foolish risk, we do our homework first, family. We see, well, what's the best way to invest this? Or what is the best way to advertise this? Or how can we build up momentum before we start presenting the product? How can we get the people in for the classes? How can we get some seminars started? Whatever you're trying to do, all we have to do is do the homework, family. But I just, it's just sickening sometimes to see how we as a people, especially our people, Black people, we invest in everybody, all other cultures. But you don't see us investing in us, in our immediate families, other than putting them in some clothing that is by another designer that isn't going to represent us. You know what I mean? So we have to really think big when it comes to investing, spending our money with other people. Certain things you can't avoid. Certain things you're going to have to go spend this or that. But it's certain things you can control with your spending habits, with how you invest your money, with how you spend your money towards advertising. We have to we have to learn that whatever we're looking for, we need to find the person that's doing it and invest in that person. Make sure that they're doing what they're doing, because surely they got a seminar or class or something that can show us how to do it like they did. And you can't do it verbatim. That's one thing I learned. Everybody got a different path. If I walk that path, I might not be able to do it the same way you do it, but I can walk the path. I might have to add a little something to it, just like you might have to add a little something to it, but it's okay, fam. But it's time for us to start getting some better information so that way we can see ourselves better. Like we midway into this 2022, family, and it almost seems like things are going to get worse before they get better. So we got to start making some preparation now to make sure we good. And it's not about the paper. It's about the skill set too. It's about the assets, gold, silver, assets, real estate, assets. So think assets, family, with your money. Ain't nothing wrong with looking good and blinging and all of that, but at the end of the day, you don't want to be in a situation where you're going to be forced to do something you don't want to do. Forced to be something you don't want to do. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be forced to do anything, because like God gave us free will. And as long as we're here, we got a choice. So now is the time to start making a better decision and choices on how we want to invest our money, how we want to invest our time, how we want to see our kids in a better position. As fathers, realizing that whenever you make that child, it's your responsibility, as long as you alive on this green earth, to take care of the child. Surely you're not going to do the things you did at one stage. Each stage is different, but you're going to always be there, family. As a man, we tend to think that, man, once you had them in a certain age, I'm done with them. No, I'm not. You might be done with them on a certain level. Yeah, I don't take care of you like this. It's time for you to walk down, but I'm still going to be there to take care of you. You fall, we got to be there. You know what I mean? So it's a different thing. As they say, if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. Keep that in mind. As long as you give them some proper discipline, I ain't telling them beating them, but discipline. They do wrong, show them there's a cause and effect. And then that way, once they get older, okay, they're going to make a little better decision because you didn't install some things in them. Like my daughter be 25 in a few days. And I'm excited for her. She's excited for her big birthday. She got some plans from the turn of the quarter, and I'm excited that she's able to make some plans and do what she want to do. But I'm also excited that I gave her something. My daughter independent. She been independent for a while. I know some girls and dudes right now that don't have their own apartment. They don't have their own car. They don't have their own job. They don't have their own side hustle. Man, my daughter got all that. And stuff that she watched me. She got a side hustle, another hustle, a job. She take care of babies. And I love it, family, because it let me know if something was to happen to me, if I was to get moved out the equation, I know I put something in her. I know I put something in her that's going to take her over the hump. And not only do I know, but I asked her. As fathers, we have to be humble. You ain't do all the right things. We know we made mistakes. Our fathers made mistakes. So our goal is to break the curse, family. So you have to ask your kids, especially if they're older already and you're trying to get it right. Ask them where you go wrong. What is it that you did that really hurt them? And you'll be surprised. It might be something small that you can fix. But until you ask the questions, family, until we start investing in our families, and not everybody else's family, our families are going to constantly be in and going through all of this extra drama, not knowing who they are, having identity crisis, not knowing their purpose. Our boys and our daughters are born with purposes. And as fathers and mothers, we have to see it. And once we see it, we nurture it. That's our purpose, is to nurture it. God has already given them. We didn't give them that purpose. God gave them the purpose. But once we see it, we help nurture the purpose. You see your son as an artist, good with his hands. Oh, he like to read. Oh, this person like to talk a lot. He might be good with lectures. Whatever, you find the purpose because God gave it to him and he give us the eyes. All we have to do is watch. Cut off the TV and watch a child. You know what I'm saying? Watch a child. She or he gonna show you. God always reveals in us what our purpose is from when we was born. And even you probably sitting here thinking about some of the things you want to do or that you're doing right now. It'd probably be connected to some of the things you enjoy doing as a child. I enjoy building, family. I enjoy using my hands. I enjoy talking and motivating people. And just today, this is what I'm doing. I didn't think that this was the direction I'd be in now. But now that I think about it, this is something that I enjoy doing. I just added more tools to it, family. That's it. So I think our purpose to encourage our kids and to invest in our kids and to actually do like Job did. Job prayed for his kids every morning, blessed them even if they wasn't, and they wasn't even in this household. He said, you know what? They might did something that I'm not aware of, that they might not even aware of that's wrong, Father. So just watch over and keep them safe. Man, you just don't know how something simple like that, man, can help your generation out, can help your family out. So this morning, man, I just wanted to say that it was something that was on my mind. I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but I had a couple issues I had to tend to yesterday, so I didn't go live. But this morning, like I say, everybody's starting their days, getting on the gram. Just think about that, family. Think about investing in your family. What it really, really means to invest in your family and not into other brands, into vehicles, into clothing, into logos. You create your logo and you invest in it. People say, man, I had someone actually say, man, I like how you wear your own brand. I said, well, my own brand pay me to wear it. She said, what you mean? And I showed her, I said, well, my clothes is on Amazon. I got my brand is on this, so I can actually buy my clothes and be paid to wear my clothes. And I teach y'all how to do that too. I'm gonna have to do a video for those who wanna market their clothing being independent. There's so many ways you can be able to get your brand out there. But like I say, this information that I had to pay for in a consultation to find out. But there's so many things you can do. But I want to do a video kind of going over some of the things you can do when you're being independent, like wearing your own branding, promoting your own. There's nothing wrong with it. You just have to sit down and if you're not a visionary, then find you a visionary and pay them to come up with you a logo, come up with you a brand. If you're the person that got the money, but say, man, I got the money, but I don't know what to do. Find you somebody with a vision. Put a little money behind it. You'd be surprised where you go. So many ways we got to network, family. We just got to realize that's our body. We got the head. We got the feet. I can't go nowhere without my feet, even though I'm thinking big. So never look down on no member of your family. We all together, family. It takes all of us to make one. Y'all be blessed, continue to prosper. Hold on.